What is up guys, I'm back with another video and this is the LG G4. So of course the full review is in the works, so for now, here's my unboxing and first impressions. So firstly, huge shout out to the guys over at LG for sending me this review unit to take a look at the not yet released LG G4. It should be available soon for purchase, if not available by the time of this video. So should you consider the G4 as your next daily driver? Let's see. So looking at the box, its color scheme is very reminiscent of the OnePlus One. And so is the device when looking at it from the front as well, but we'll get to that in a bit. I'm not sure if the retail packaging would be similar to this, but the packaging itself feels really nice and not just like some kind of cheap cardboard. So after using some of the usual text smash magic to get it opened here, this is what the LG G4 looks like. You can probably notice what I'm talking about now with the resemblance to the OnePlus One. So putting that aside temporarily, in the box you also get a power adapter, and I should mention that this specific one doesn't provide fast charging like we see on the Galaxy S6. A micro USB cable of course to charge your device with, and a 3000 mAh removable battery. Wait, what? A removable battery? Yup, this means the G4 also has a removable back cover, which allows us to swap batteries and also gives us the ability to add a micro SD card in the card slot under there up to a whopping 2TB in capacity, which is always a plus. So seeing that the Galaxy S6 and S6 Edge remove this functionality, this might cause a lot of heavy users to opt for the G4 instead, since they can much more easily swap their batteries and SD cards. So after powering on the device, the first thing you'll notice, if you're someone like me of course, is definitely the screen. This thing is ridiculously sharp at a resolution of 2560 by 1440. So if you can do math really quickly, that resolution on a 5.5-inch display gives you a PPI of 538, give or take a PPI or half of a PPI, whatever, don't quote me, but consuming media on this device will surely be an absolute pleasure since it's so sharp and the subtle curve on the device gives it a slightly more immersive feeling. Although I think that's all in my mind, but I do feel a bit more immersed in the content displayed on the G4 as compared to the OnePlus One and Nexus 5 that I typically use. An IR blaster resides at the top of the device while both sides have absolutely no buttons since they sit at the back. So I was a bit on the fence about this button placement and I thought it'd take a while for me to get used to. But I have to say it's the perfect button placement if you ask me. Your fingers are already there when holding the phone, so why not just put all the buttons there? This was also the case on the G2 and the G3 as well, so I'm really glad to see it here on the G4. In terms of performance, I haven't been using the device for too long now, but so far it performs really well. I'm yet to see any sort of lag or stutter, but I'll be using this as my daily driver from now, so look forward to an update on that in the full review. But from my experience with it so far, it's highly unlikely. Finally, one of the main reasons to even consider or get the LG G4 is the camera. Man, this camera. I haven't used any smartphone to date with a camera experience much like this device. Accessing it can be quickly done by double tapping the volume down button, which opens it instantly I might add, or simply opening the camera up. The viewfinder is also extremely simple in auto mode, and if you're a photography enthusiast, turn on manual mode and you'll have a lot of fun. So you can look at these images I randomly shot in auto mode and even some while in a moving vehicle, and they look absolutely stunning. Images are very detailed and sharp, and dynamic range is definitely impressive, as you can see for yourself. This camera also has an f1.8 aperture, which gives that nice blurred background that a lot of people like, while allowing for a lot more natural light to enter the sensor, which is really useful for low light shots as well. So all in all, from my short experience with the G4 so far, it's a really solid device that I would highly recommend to anyone. I'm not typically much of a fan of Android skins, but LG's skin doesn't seem too obtrusive and it doesn't slow down or hinder the experience at all. And my favorite part is that it isn't ugly like some of the other Android skins out there. So I won't call any names, but if you've been a fan of the channel for a while, you know who I'm talking about. Of course, look forward to the full review coming in the near future for much more in-depth coverage of the LG G4, and hit that thumbs up button if you're looking forward to that. And yeah, that's basically it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.